मैं तो अक्सर ये कहता हूँ बैक इन इंडिया आई से टू मेक एन इंडियन डिवोटी समझ में आती है थोड़ा सा. इट्स मे बी लिटिल ईजी बिकॉज एवरी इंडियन वन डे और द अदर इन हिज लाइफ हैज लिस्टन टू जय श्री राम. सुना है आपने? जय श्री कृष्ण. ऑल द गुजरातीज यू नो दे से जय श्री कृष्ण, राइट? लाइक वी से हरे कृष्ण, दे से जय श्री कृष्ण. So you go in any corner of if you go in any corner of India, you will nevertheless happen to hear Shri Ram, Krishna, Ganga, Saraswati, Narmada, Kaveri, Yamuna, Vrindavan, Jagannath, Puri, Mayapur. But just imagine for a second how Srila Prabhupada ji must have preached to this Western audience and how they must have taken up to Krishna consciousness full time. So yesterday, this Rath Yatra has been happening from how many years, Prabhuji?
At least for 4 years.
4 years. This glorious Rath Yatra is happening. This whole temple in itself is not less than a miracle. And the Rath Yatra, Jagannath ji coming out on the streets of Vegas is no less than a miracle. Today Prabhuji was telling me the struggle behind getting this land and how within a night there was also a decision to maybe not make the temple, and I was getting goosebumps how Prabhuji was telling me all these scenarios that he has gone through to make us all sit together under this beautiful shelter. We should all clap for Prabhuji's. It's so nice. Everything is so magical over here, you know. And as Prabhuji was telling me, I was in Los Angeles. I was touring. I've been touring USA, and then I happened to come to Los Angeles because there was this earnest desire to see Rukmini Dwarkadish. Rukmini Dwarkadish is the deity where Srila Prabhupada cried when he was taking darshans. And then when he was crying, he started talking to Krishna, and then Krishna started talking to him. It's in his diaries. So I wanted to see this deity. ये कौन से भगवान है जिनको देखकर प्रभुपाद जी रोए? So that is why I came to Los Angeles. And then I was having prasadam, and then I saw all these devotees gathering together, and there was cars, and there was like this mini bus kind of thing. And then I said, Prabhu, where are you going? He said, we are going to Las Vegas. And what are you going? Why are you going? We have a Rath Yatra. I said, Rath Yatra हो रही है वेगस में? मतलब ऐसे तो जिंदगी में कभी नहीं जाऊंगा मैं वेगस, but this is a good way to go to Vegas. Rath Yatra. And this is how I came here yesterday. And this is my first Rath Yatra in the Western country, and Prabhupada showed me Vegas ki Rath Yatra. It's pretty good. Okay, so we are here, we have gathered here to understand the infinite glories of Jagannath ji, hai na? You see, Jagannath is the most mysterious Lord out of all the Lords. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadi, Ananta Rupam, Adyam, Puranam, Purusham, Navayovanam cha. So Brahma Samhita mein Shri Brahma ji saying, Brahma ji, the creator, is saying that Krishna is Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadi. There are innumerable avatars or forms of Krishna. Anadi means uncountable. हम count भी नहीं कर सकते हैं. We know like Dashavatar, maybe Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsinga, Vaman, Ram, Parshurama. We know this kind of list. Or maybe if we go more deep in the Bhagavatam, there is 24 incarnations mentioned. 24 अवतार हैं. लेकिन वास्तव में there is innumerable. No one can count how many incarnations Krishna is taking. इसको कहते हैं अनादि, कोई अंत नहीं है. अनंत रूपम, आद्यम पुराणम. Krishna is the oldest, but yet Krishna is also the latest. How can someone be the most oldest yet the latest? That is Krishna. Krishna in Kurukshetra, when the Mahabharata war was happening, he was 124 years old. How many? 124 साल के थे कृष्ण. Materially calculate करें, and he was looking like a 16-year young boy. Anadi, Ananta Rupam, Adyam, Puranam, सबसे oldest. There is no one who is before Krishna. He is the Adi. He is the beginning. Krishna is the beginning. Krishna is the middle, and Krishna is the end. Ito Narsimha, Parato Narsimha. Yato Yamita, To Narsimha. This is our, जिसको बोलते हैं ना ज्योतिष, astrology. Sometimes even devotees, we happen to go to astrologers like, can you please tell me what's happening? Prabhupada was once asked, like, Prabhupada believed in astrology because this is a shastra. This is also a shastra. Jyotish shastra hai. But Prabhupada said the ultimate हमारा जो ज्योतिष है is that Krishna is everywhere. Ito Narsimha Dev is here, Narsimha Dev is here, Narsimha Dev is there, Narsimha Dev is there. There is no other solar planet here, Surya, Shani, Chandra, Mandra. Nahi. Krishna is everywhere. And if we bow down to him, we surrender unto him, Sarva Dharman Parityaja, Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. Krishna is asking for exclusive surrender. You know what exclusive surrender means? Exclusive surrender means like sometimes when someone falls in love with someone, हिंदी में कहते हैं तू सिर्फ मेरी है, मर जाऊंगा कट जाऊंगा तू सिर्फ, like you are only mine. That's what they say. When someone falls in love with someone, you're like, you're only mine. Yes or no? Bataiye? Hari bol bolo, hari bol. Yes, that's how it is. Like, you're only mine. I'll do anything to get you. That is called Ananya Prem. Na Anya. No one else. So Krishna is also waiting for that Ananya love from our side. When Krishna sees that this devotee, this person is completely dependent on me. Ananyas chintayanto mam. There is no one else in his consciousness. Ananyas mera hi chintan kar raha hai. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ye jana paryupasate. Anyone who's doing this upasana. Tesham satatuktanam. Then Krishna says, then I take care of that person. I will take care of everything he has. I will provide with what he lacks and I will save what he has. Ye koi nahi karta. No one will do this. People are trying to take what you have and no one will provide anything to us. You got to earn it, right? So Krishna is saying, those who completely surrender unto me, ma suchaha. There is one temple in South India, in Kanchipuram. There is Lord, anyone knows? Vardhraj. And there he is a form of Lord Vishnu. On one of his hand, automatically, no one has carved him. It is written on his palm, Ma Sucha. Ma Sucha in Sanskrit translates as do not fear. If we are actually devotees of Krishna, we do not need to be fearing anything. Do not fear, Jagannath is here. Prabhupada was fearless. Someone coming from India, from Shri Vrindavan Dham at the age of 72, heart attacks, 38 years of voyage on Jaladuta, 70 saal ka vyakti, fearless, coming to such a country, he has no one, he knows no one, he does not know whether to go left, whether to go right. I came from just Las Vegas from here to here, and I wanted to know where is Prasadam, I wanted to know where is the stay. Sab kuch tha, there were people to welcome us, we even got some garlands. But when Prabhupada came back in 1965 in Boston port, Prabhupada did not know where to go. And still he was fearless. He did not give up. That is a devotee. एक भक्त को fearless होना चाहिए. बजहु रे मन श्री नंदा नंदना अभय चरणार वृंदरे. When someone worships Krishna, he becomes abhay, fearless. A living entity is always fearless, always fearful. Why? Either he is fearful about the future, kal kya hoga, my job, what about my business? We are always fearful, my health, paisa. That's why we are like actually always there's a revolving chair. People, when you sit on a revolving chair, it's always like up and down. Our mind is also just like this. We are either thinking about the past or either we are thinking about the future. Oh my God, what's going to happen, man? What's going to happen? And in that state, we are always fearful. And everyone is obviously afraid of death. No one wants. And is there anyone in this audience who wants disease? मेरे को चाहिए बीमारी, बताओ. No one. Anyone in this audience who wants old age? Are you afraid of old age? Are you sure? If you are not afraid of old age, then you will not put dye on your hair. जितना मर्जी dye लगा लो, एक ना एक दिन dye. You understand what I'm saying? Bolo Hare Krishna. Everyone is afraid of death. Everyone is afraid of disease. Everyone is afraid of old age. But when one surrenders unto the lotus feet of Krishna, he becomes fearless because he does not want to stay in this material world. He knows this is dukhalyam ashashvatam. We are trying to find happiness in the wrong place. Prabhupada gives a classical example. Prabhupada says, a dhobi back in India, what does he do? He takes all his clothes to go to the dhobi ghat, and then he sits on the donkey, and then he takes a stick and he puts a carrot, वो गाजर लटका देता है, and he puts it in front of the donkey and it's dangling and the donkey thinks I'm gonna get the carrot, and then पीछे से एक छड़ी लगती है, beats him with a stick, and then the donkey starts moving. Oh yes, I'm going to get the carrot. And as soon as the donkey tries to get the carrot, the dhobi pulls the carrot behind. And there is only like a margin of 1 inch. The donkey thinks, now I'll get it, now I'll get it. But as soon as he keeps going, there is only a gap of 1 inch. He reaches the dhobi ghat. washes the clothes. And if you do have experience of washing your clothes with your hands, not with the machine, we have washed our clothes for 10 years in Gurukul. After washing the clothes, when you want to hang them, they get a little heavy. Now this guy again puts the load on the donkey. And now he puts another carrot, 2. The donkey thinks, I missed it last time, this time I'll get 2 carrots. Prabhupada said, this is our situation. In the material world, everyone is running after that happiness, that 1 inch, one more job, one more promotion, one more factory, one more. And Maya bol rahi, aaja beta. She's pulling the carrot behind and behind and behind. And we forget it's actually a trap. And then comes Jagannath. Out of all this scenario, what is happening, फिर जगन्नाथ जी बीच में आ जाते हैं. See, why is Jagannath so special? He's actually the most special. You see Krishna stands like this with the flute in his hand. You see Lord Shiva, he has a Trishul, a trident in his hand. Back in India, now there is a Durga Puja going to happen, Navratri, hai na? It starts tomorrow, right? So if you see Durga Mata, in her hand she also has a Trishul. Shri Ram, if you see Shri Ramji in his hand has a Dhanush, a bow. But if you see Jagannath ji in his hand, he does not have any bow, arrow, chakra. Jagannath ji's dono ke haath, aise, his both hands are towards us. The only Lord, only God in the entire cosmic manifestation. Jagannath, his hands are towards us, and you know what he's saying? Come, I'm waiting to give you a hug. That is the meaning of Jagannath's hands like this. You see Jagannath's eyes. Everything has a meaning. If you see Jagannath's eyes, our Jagannath ji are little small in size. If you go to Jagannath, how many of you have not been to Jagannath Puri? 99.9%. We have to take one yatra to Jagannath Puri Dham. Haribol! Would you like to go on a yatra to Jagannath Puri? Say loud Haribol. If you are excited, then the temple president might take you all to Jagannath Puri Dham. If you see Jagannath ji in Jagannath Puri, he's huge. कदाचित कालिंदी तट विपिन संगीत करावो मुदाबीरी नारी वदन कमल मास्वरूपा रमा शंभु ब्रह्मर गणेश चरित पादो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पतगामी भवत्तु में. Rama means Lakshmi. Shambhu means Lord Shiva. Rama Shambhu Brahma ji. Rama Shambhu Brahmara Ganesha ji. Sukhakarata Dukhaharta Vata Viganachi. Whatever we do back in India, especially in Hinduism, the first marriage card, शादी का card भी गणेश जी के पास. Whatever we do, even if there is a Graha Pravesh, Ganesh ji ki puja. Do you know that Lord Ganesh ji offers prayers to Jagannath ji as soon as he wakes up in the morning? We same Ganapati ji. Rama, Shambhu, it's not me I am saying this, it's the Shastras. You may deny me, you may not believe me, but you cannot deny the Shastras. The Shastras are the commandments of Lord, of God. Just as you have commandments or you have a law to run a government, there are laws in spiritual life which is called Shastra. So Rama means cross-checking if you are awake or if you are half asleep. Rama, Shambhu is? ये तो सब जानते हैं. Rama, Shambhu, Brahma. Rama, Shambhu, Brahmara Ganesh ji. Ganesha Charitapado. What are they doing? All of them are Charitra. They are glorifying Krishna. They are glorifying Jagannath. And they are surrendering into his Pado, lotus feet. Jagannath, say it together. Jagannath Swami, Nayana Pathagami, Bhavattumi. Oh dear Jagannath, may you always be the vision of my eyes. Because if Jagannath is always the vision of our eyes, then we are safe. And if Jagannath is not the vision of our eyes, then there is a lot of vision to see around. It's very gadbad. So Jagannath's eyes, look at Jagannath's eyes for a second. You will see there is a red color. Can you see that red color? You need a magnifying glass? You will see. You see Jagannath's big eyes? There is a red color inside it. दिख रहा है आपको? Those who can't see should come little front actually. Actually, you know what? When you sit in a katha, you should actually sit right in front. They say when you come to a katha, sit right in front and sit down on the floor. And when you go to a movie, which actually we don't promote, people like to take the back seats. So when people come in katha, they take the back seats. Arey, you're not supposed to take the back seat in katha. You're supposed to sit right in front. The more back you go, the more nice. Arey, khatam ho gaya. Arey, Mahaprasad ki jai. So it's advisable to sit in front. And why is it advisable to sit on the ground? This also has a meaning. There is a meaning for everything. If your body is fit and fine and there is no problem in your legs or in your back, you should not sit on a chair. It's like you're giving up before time. Chairs is not for young people. Chairs is for those people who are probably not, they have some problem in their legs or on their backs. But you should sit on the ground. This is Bhumi. This is Prithvi Ma. Mata. We are not coming in contact with Prithvi now. If we are anyways in contact, we always have our shoes on. We have our chappals on. So when you sit in a katha gives you that opportunity to come in the lap or in the womb of mother. What's happening there? Achha, I thought some Sudarshan Chakra is going up from my side. Because suddenly I saw everyone's looking up. Oh, so you're getting darshans of Lord Jagannath. Yeah, there was one photo, जो एक बड़ा जगन्नाथ जी का था ना, एक दूसरा. हाँ, ये भी आप ये तो आपके जगन्नाथ जी है. Yeah. So now this is good. You can see the red color in Jagannath ji's eyes. Who will tell me the meaning of this red color? There is a meaning for everything. So that is the importance of listening to Katha. Once you listen to Katha, your attraction for Krishna will increase. तब आपको पता लगेगा मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ और क्यों कर रहा हूँ. Then you will understand why you are doing what you are doing. Otherwise, मम्मी ने कहा है रथ यात्रा में चलना है, चलो. Otherwise, mom is saying, Papa is saying, we got to go to Rath Yatra. Just 3 hours, come beta. Beti is also coming, 3 hours ka gap. Okay, Papa, I'm going to go out. Okay. That is also fine. That is also welcomed. Ki at least that jiva took out 3 hours. Krishna is giving you 24 hours. Krishna is giving you 24 hours. Sometimes if you go into the hospital and see the doctor says, he has only 10 minutes. He has only 1 day left. When there is some critical situation, बोलते हैं इनके पास कुछ seconds बाकी है. Padam padam yad vipadam tesham. You never know what will happen in the next minute, in the next second. That is why spirituality is not something to be taken up when you are nothing to do in your life. Oh, right now I have so much work, okay? I have so much load. No, bro, you have no idea. If you can guarantee how much you will live, then we can give you that freedom. In this audience, there is no one who knows his expiry date. है कोई यहाँ पर? You know how much you will live? But we all know our manufacturing date. Birth date? मनाते हैं happy birthday. So imagine you go to the market and you buy a product. So if you say you're buying a box of juice, like, okay, what is the first thing you see behind? The expiry date? Expired. Agreed? Yes or no? Yes. Because if in case that product is expired, you might expire. So you will not take it. Now, I'm putting a situation to all of you. Please let me know the answer. You go to the market, you buy a juice, you see the packet, you turn around and you see the expiry date, and in front of the expiry date, it is written anytime. क्या लिखा है? Anytime. कभी भी. Will you buy that product? No. Louder, please. No. Oh, you want a discount? No, anytime. Okay, maybe discount. Maybe in months. In months, will you buy that product? You will expire in months. He'll buy it. She'll buy it. Who said yes? Okay, I hope Krishna gives you a long life. It's very easy to say. It's very easy to say. Even if someone has a stomach ache na, we'll run to the doctor. कुछ problem ना हो जाए. We're so attached, right? So no one will buy this product which says anytime. This is the situation with us. Krishna told us the manufacturing date, but the expiry date is anytime. Now, if someone says, "No, I will come to the classes." Yeah, but maybe it's after I complete my graduation. Yeah, maybe after like a year or so. No. Expiry date is? Anytime. And how much anytime? There are kids who are dying in the mother's womb also. They don't even see the sunlight. That is why there is an emergency. If you offer a rose to someone, do you offer a rose which has no color, which has no fragrance? You offer a rose which is fresh, filled with fragrance. That is. We use this example like when should you go to Krishna? When should you come to the temple? When you are youthful. When there is some fragrance. When your body is in good function. Now I see people who came into Krishna consciousness little late and now they are repenting because the ears properly कान से सुन नहीं पा रहे हैं. There is a small machine in the ears. Now he wants to sit into the katha for hours and hours but he cannot because the body is not going to support. He wants to chant and dance in the kirtan but he cannot. He or she cannot because the knees. Someone has a knee replacement, some this, some that. So Prahlad Maharaj said just from the age of 5. Kaumar acharit pragyo dharman bhagavata iha. What is the right age of entering into Krishna consciousness? At the age of 5. 5 साल की उम्र से भक्ति में आ जाना चाहिए. Why is Jagannath's eyes red in color? Because he is overflowing with mercy. He's gone mad in mercy. Example is given as when you're walking on the street, say you see a beggar, some homeless person. So if there is some little daya in your heart, some little mercy in your heart, so your eyes might, if there is some little mercy there, you feel bad for that person, you want to help that person, so your eyes become little like watery. And when eyes become watery, they turn red. When a person cries, you will see the eyes turn red. So it is mentioned as that shows that displays the mercy that a person has. So when we cry for our loved ones or for someone, our eyes turn little red, like एक छोटी सी बिंदी लाल की हो जाती like that. We have this much mercy. Look at Jagannath's eyes. Fully colored with red color. That means he is overflowing with kripa, with mercy. Look at his eyes. हमारी आंखें कैसी? Jagannath's eyes are huge. And what is he doing with his huge eyes? Mercy, of course. He is spreading that mercy, but yes, he is also looking for the good in the devotees. We always look in the bad of the other person. You don't know about him. This is our mentality. But Jagannath Ji with his wide eyes, even if you do one little seva for him, one little service, Jagannath with his magnifying glasses, his eyes, he expands it. Wow. He is such a sweet devotee of mine. Everything about Jagannath, his eyes, his hands, is glorious. Which yuga are you living in? So the Shastras mentioned there are 4 yugas and for every yuga there is different Lord that should be worshipped. Right now people don't even, half of our life is gone into who is God. आधी जिंदगी निकल गई इसी में. And someone is saying, सबका मालिक एक. वो एक कौन है कोई नहीं बता रहा है. But है कोई. There is someone is saying this is God, that is God, this is God. Arey, you pick up Shastras, na? Shastra says in Satyuga there is Badrinath Dham. Which Dham? Badrinath. Badri Narayan, the Lord Badri Narayan, who stays in the Himalayas. That is the Lord for Satyuga. He should be worshipped. He was worshipped in Satyuga. Then came Treta. Then comes Treta Yuga. Rameshwaram. Lord Sri Ramachandra ki Jai. Dashera is coming. Ramaya, Ramabhadraya, Ramachandraya, Vedase, Raghunathaya, Nathaya, Sitaya, Pataya Nama, Rameshwaram. Then came Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar Yuga is for Shri Dwarkadish, Krishna. Bolo Shri Dwarkadish Bhagavan ki Jai. And then comes Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is for Jagannath. So when God himself wakes up in the morning and when he wants to meditate and do his yoga, meditate on whom? Himself. He's not going to meditate on someone else. But actually, if you go deep in the Shastras, it says Krishna wakes up in the morning and he meditates on Srimati Radharani. So, when even Krishna does tapasya, when he wants to do austerity, he goes to Badrinath. Badrinath is the place of austerity. I have been to Badrinath. I have made a vlog on Badrinath. You should, if you have time, see it. So powerful. In Badrinath, Srila Vedavyas Ji was there. His Vyas Gufa is there. where he compiled all the Vedic literature. Ganeshji was writing it and Vedavyasji was speaking it. It happened in Badrinath. You will still see the Vyas Gufa. So when even God wants to do tapasya, he goes to Badrinath. When God wants to take rest, shayan karte hain, you will go to South India. Any of you are from South India? Anyone here from South India? Okay, there are some devotees here. You will see major temples in South India. Lord Narayan is resting on Anantashesh, Padmanabh Swami, right? He's resting. So to rest, the Lord goes to Rameshwaram. When the Lord wants to get ready, wear his tuxedo, when he is going to his sabha, then he goes to Dwarka. All his Narayani Sena is there, stationed, and then he's into his sabha and he meets his citizen. But when the Lord feels hungry, when he needs to eat, he goes to Jagannath Puri Dham. Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Now, what the beauty of Lord Jagannath Ji is, if you go to Jagannath Puri Dham, you may see Lord Jagannath, that is fine, but if you do not eat Jagannath Prasad, then you do not even get the benefit of taking darshans of Jagannath Ji. You know why? You know why? What is the power of Jagannath Prasad? Jagannath Ji knew, Krishna knew, maybe these people might not be able to chant their 16 rounds daily. Maybe these people may not be able to follow the rules and regulative principles daily. But they cannot live without eating. Eating they do daily. Sometimes 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So let me do one thing. Let me incarnate, let me take an avatar. It is called Anna Brahma. What is it called? Anna Brahma. Lord Krishna appears in the form of Prasadam. Anna Brahma. That Param Brahm enters into Anna, in grains, in Brahma. That's why it's called Anna Brahma. That is why if you go to Jagannath Puri, the world's biggest kitchen is not of some hotels. World's biggest kitchen is of Jagannath Ji's. Because Jagannath Ji is 24/7 just eating. Jagannath does not even wash his hands. Because he was King Indradumna, because of whom Lord Jagannath appeared, he took 3 vows from Jagannath Ji. We don't have much time, but I'm just telling you 3 vows. First vow was, Jagannath Ji, do not sleep. Jagannath said, please give me some sleep. I can also get tired. Only 3 hours. How much?
3 hours.
You will go to any temple in the world, they should be closing by 9 p.m. maximum in the night. Yes?
Yes.
Shayan Arti, Bandh. Come to Jagannath Puri. 10 o'clock, darshan chal raha hai. 11 o'clock, darshan is going on. 12 o'clock in the night, yes, darshan is going on. 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Jagannath Ji gives darshans throughout the day, throughout the night also, and just for a couple of 3 hours, and sometimes he does not even sleep. That is how much Jagannath's heart is overflowing to give his darshans to his devotees. In the day, he gives darshans to all the human beings. In the night, all the devatas come down from their lokas, Surya, Chandra, Vilochana. So it's mentioned as saying, Jagannatho Lokanato Niladri Swaparohari Deenabandhu Kripa Sindhu Kripachana Rakshamam Khambupani Chakrapani Niladri Swaparohari. All Surya, Chandra, Indra, all the demigods, they come and they offer their prayers and they give their, okay, Lord Jagannath, this is what we did today, this is what happened today. And they give their, what do you call their daily activities, they tell Jagannath Ji. So one is, Jagannath is so merciful that he does not even have any weapons in his hand. 24/7, he's waiting to give you a nice hug. Number 2 is, Jagannath's eyes, we're doing a recap, is overflowing with mercy. You can see the red color in his eyes. Number 3 is, Jagannath Ji barely sleeps because he's always waiting to give you darshans. Number 4, Jagannath is the only God who comes out on the streets. In other temples, you will see the Utsav deities, Utsav Murti. Utsav Murti means, in temples there are the big deities and there are small deities. जो छोटे भगवान होते हैं उनको कहते हैं उत्सव विग्रह, उत्सव मूर्ति. So they come out to do some palki yatra. But if you go to Jagannath Puri Dham, Jagannath Ji in his mool swaroop, Jagannath Ji, no Utsav Murti, the whole Jagannath Ji himself comes out of the temple. Imagine the mercy of God. It is like saying, if you are sick, you go to a doctor. But if you are very, very sick, the doctor has to come to you to see you and to fix you. Even Krishna knows people don't have time to come to the temple. We have to send messages, please come to the temple. There is a Sunday love feast program. And then the decision is in our court. Okay. No, it's okay. Next Sunday. Right? So Krishna knows all this. We cannot be more clever than Krishna. He's seated within the heart. Sarvasya cha aham hriday sannivishto matta smriti jnanam apahovanam cha. Krishna is seated within the heart. He knows what we are thinking right now. He even knows with what bhav we are sitting in the katha. क्या सोच रहे हैं मन में क्या चल रहा है कृष्ण सब देख रहे हैं कृष्ण इज वॉचिंग एवरीथिंग तो कृष्णा न्यू दे विल नॉट हैव टाइम टू कम टू द टेम्पल आई हैव टू गो ऑन द स्ट्रीट्स एंड दैट इज द मर्सी ऑफ जगन्नाथ दैट सुप्रीम डॉक्टर सीइंग दैट वी आर ऑल वेरी मटीरियली सिक materially sick means we have material attraction we are so excited to watch a movie on Netflix okay 4-5 घंटे ऐसे ही कट जाएंगे You won't even get to know 3-4 hours just scrolling through Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. But sitting in a katha for 1 hour is like, oh my God, ye kya? Because we are right now materially sick. We are materially attached. Materially, the allurements are attracting us. Jagannath, the supreme doctor, knows they become materially sick. So that doctor, when we are very sick, comes to see us. Jagannath ji comes out of his temple, that supreme doctor. And jantu darshanat mukti saha dadati kripanidhi. For other deities, you have to chant mantras to glorify them. You have to do puja, archana, vandana. लेकिन जगन्नाथ जी इतने कृपालु हैं जगन्नाथ जी सो मर्सीफुल स्कंद पुराण मेंशंस जंतु दर्शनात् मुक्ति सह ददाति कृपानिधि इफ एनीवन ओनली स्टैंड्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ जगन्नाथ नॉट इवन folds his hands like yesterday I was watching Jagannath ji was going out on the street and there were people someone was playing basketball some of them were playing soccer someone were like, they're watching Jagannath ji from their terrace that's it their spiritual quota begins just by jantu darshanat mukti just by seeing Jagannath one's spiritual life activates will there be anyone more merciful than this no mantras to be chanted no offerings to be offered no bhoga also bas खड़े होकर हाथ जोड़ लो जगन्नाथ जी के सामने जंतु दर्शनात् मुक्ति सह ददाति कृपानिधि दैट इज व्हाट जगन्नाथ जी इज ऑल अबाउट दिस इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ कृष्णा मेनी पीपल डोंट नो how Jagannath ji Krishna took this form. It all began actually from the place I come from, Kurukshetra. I do not have much time to continue. It's just like 5 minutes, so I'm going to wrap up everything. But this form that Krishna has taken, this is Krishna only. The white is Balaram, his brother, and in the center is Subhadra, their sister. What a perfect example Krishna is setting by his his personal example that always take care of your sister very nicely. Both the brothers are in the side and in the center is Subhadra Maiya. You will see all the lords are standing with their wife. Sita, Ram. Gauri, Shankar. Radhe, Shyam. You can say like that. सिर्फ जगन्नाथ ही एक ऐसे हैं. There's only one Lord Jagannath. Jagannath Puri is actually a homely affair. जगन्नाथ टेम्पल के अंदर कौन है भाई ब्रदर एंड सिस्टर एंड कृष्ण तो फैमिली में घर में तो वही होते हैं ना ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स व्हेन गॉड वांट्स टू डू अ हॉलीडे ही डजंट कम टू लॉस वेगस व्हेन गॉड वांट्स टू गो ऑन अ हॉलीडे ही गोज टू जगन्नाथ पुरी दैट्स हिज हॉलीडे रिजॉर्ट इफ यू गो टू पुरी देयर इज अ बीच इट्स कॉल्ड महोदधी सो व्हाट यू सी व्हाट यू वांट इन अ हॉलीडे बीच यू वांट टू हैव फूड खाना है बढ़िया जगन्नाथ जी बिगेस्ट किचन इन द वर्ल्ड इज Jagannath ji's kitchen, there is a beach, the family is there, and that's how the Lord is chilling. Bolo Hare Krishna. Even when Jagannath ji's chariot moves, sabse pehle who goes in front? When there are 3 chariots basically, sabse pehle Lord Balaram moves. Big brother comes and sees, okay, everything is okay. Everything is good. He's checking. Piche bhaiya aa rahe hain. Safety check is going on. बोलो बलदाव जी महाराज की that's Balaram and then the sister Subhadra is in the center protected by both the brothers from front and look at the love Krishna has for his sister then Subhadra ji is in the center actually it is said in Puri no one is scared of Jagannath Kaliya Thakur Kaliya they call him Kaliya what do they call him Kaliya they call him Jagga I know all this because I've been into Jagannath Puri, I've seen in and out of Rath Yatras. But they're very scared of Balaram. Bada Thakur. What is he called? Bada Thakur. Elder Bada. He's called the big god. Bada means elder and Thakur is god. And then in the center is Subhadra Maya. She's very sweet and she's passing her, merciful glance. And those who are scared of Balaram taking shelter of Subhadra Maya. This is how you should actually approach Jagannath. First, offer obeisances to Bada Thakur. And then when you see Bada Thakur is maybe not happy, go to Subhadra Maya. Maya, paar kar do naiya. And then you tell Subhadra Maya, please, kindly, tell your brother to accept me. And then she will say, Jagannath, there's one devotee here. And then in the last comes Jagannath. I cannot tell you in words because I've seen it with my own eyes when Jagannath ji comes out from his temple once in a year. He comes out like this. You see it next time. See it on TV. It comes live on national TV. His huge eyes. And suddenly the whole aura of the place completely changes. There are mridangas, there's bumpers being played. The whole environment turns into some Vaikuntha atmosphere. There's fragrance everywhere. You will see Lord Shiva. Someone's like performing a Tandav dance. Hanumanji is dancing in front of Lord Jagannath. Indra is playing mridanga. Narad is playing veena. And there is Jagannath who comes out with his huge eyes like this. It's called the Pahundi Yatra. What is it called? Pahundi Yatra in Odia. Pahundi Yatra means Jagannath, if he wants to come out, he can come straight. Nah? Just pick up Jagannath and let's go to the Rath. No. He's swinging up and down like this. Like this. Why? Because Jagannath comes out from his temple and he says, do not, like when you want to say to someone like, I'm here, don't worry. I'll take care of it. If someone is in trouble and your loved one says, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Yeah, I gotcha. Like that. Jagannath ji comes out from his temple saying, don't worry, I am here, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of you. That's how Jagannath ji comes out of the temple and he goes on his Rath, on his chariot. And last but not least, how Krishna took this form. So Krishna, just at the age of 11, imagine a child at the age of 11 already left Vrindavan. He went to Mathura. And then from Mathura, he went to Dwarka. And then from Dwarka, the whole Mahabharata happened and then he went to Kurukshetra. So there was a separation with the Brajavasis for how many years? 100 years. Krishna said to Radharani and Yashoda Maya, I will come back, I will come soon, I will come soon. This soon didn't never happen. Or 100 saal ho gaye the. Krishna has not been to Vrindavan and the Brajavasis have not seen Krishna. The Shastras mentioned Radharani, her face is still in that direction where she saw Akrura taking Krishna and Balram on the chariot. Radharani did not move her body from that side. She just kept looking at Mathura, that dust that was flowing from the wheels of that chariot. Since 100 years, Radharani did not eat. The Sakhis, the Manjaris only fed Radharani Yamuna Jal. I'm not even going in details right now. It is explained in the Shastras what was the condition of the Brajvasis when they could not see Krishna. Yashoda and Nand Baba, they lost their eyes, crying and crying and crying for Krishna. So it's been 100 years and now Narad Muni one day goes to Dwarka and tells Dwarkadish, my dear Krishna, it is the time of solar eclipse, Surya Grahan. I think you should come to Kurukshetra from Dwarka and you should bring all the Pandavas. You see so many warriors have died in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. We all should come and just to set an example, Krishna does not need to do all this. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is a good idea that they all take a snan in the Brahma Sarovar in Kurukshetra. It is still there. If you ever come to Kurukshetra Dham, we'll give you a nice tour. And Krishna has decided it's a good idea. I'll come to Kurukshetra. Krishna, Balaram, along with his sister from Dwarka, Rukmini, Satyabhama, all his queens, along with his whole Narayani Sena. Now they have left from Dwarka to come to Kurukshetra. Narad Muni quickly went to Vrindavan and he said to Nanda Baba, Baba, Dwarka is very far. Like from Vrindavan to Gujarat is quite far, but Vrindavan to Kurukshetra is little close. You can reach like in a couple of hours. Krishna is coming to Kurukshetra. Do one thing. Let's all meet. If you want to meet Krishna, come to Kurukshetra and you can meet him. Nand Baba said it's a good idea. So Radharani in her whole life never stepped foot outside Vrindavan Dham in her life. Never. You will not get it anywhere in scriptures. But she did once in her life and she came to Kurukshetra Dham. So all the Brajvasis came. From there, all the Dwarkavasis came. They took Snan in Brahma Sarovar. And Rukmini and Satyabhama and all the queens of Krishna, they went running to Lord Balaram's mother. Her name is Rohini. And they requested, Rohini Maiya, Rohini Ma, who is this Radharani? ये राधारानी कौन है? आज भी कृष्ण रात को सोते सोते भी हे राधे, everyone say राधे, आधे आधे बोल रहे यार, loudly, राधे. Krishna is always crying and he chants this name Radhe. Who is this Radharani? And then she asked another question. She said, I have not seen my husband like when he was small, but I've heard his childish leelas are very, very sweet, attractive. Even Lord Shiva wanted to see the Bal Leela of Krishna. Can you tell me his Bal Leela? So Rohini Mata said, I will tell you all this, but in one condition. You make sure Krishna does not listen to what I say. Because if Krishna listens to what I say and he hears the separation of Radharani and what the Brajvasis have gone through for him, he will go mad. So do one thing. Let's come all in one room and close the doors. And Subhadra was given the duty to stand in front of the room and keep guard. That as soon as Krishna Balaram comes, you tell us and the Katha will stop. Boliye Hare Krishna. Now the beauty of Krishna Katha is that we might reach late for the Katha, but the first person to come for Katha is Krishna himself. Ask me why? Why? Very simple reason. So if someone is glorifying you, Prabhu, you look so good. Prabhu, look at that. This is a different turquoise color, Prabhu. I have not seen this t-shirt yet. It's very rare, If someone glorifies, Prabhu, you're so intelligent. Prabhu, I cannot imagine the mantras, how you recite. Prabhu, the kind of deity worship you do. Agar aapki koi tareef karega, how do you feel? Good, right? Similarly, what is glorification of Krishna? What is Katha? Glorification of Krishna. So Krishna sees someone is glorifying me, Krishna comes first. So as soon as Krishna got to know that there is Katha happening, he came running with his brother Balaram. Who stopped him? Subhadra. Krishna is trying to go inside the room. No, aap nahi ja sakte. You cannot go. Krishna said, I am your brother. Arey bhai hai, kuch to izzat rakh. Bola, nahi. Rohini Ma has told me no, none of you can go inside. Kuch discount? Like you have asked for discount? Krishna also asking for discount. Some discount? He said, the least I can do for you is, you can put your ears on the window and hear. And as soon as Krishna and Balaram, they put their ear on the window and they heard about Radharani's condition, about Nanda Baba and Brajvasis. So if you get, like when you hear a shocking news, what happens? Your eyes turn big, right? Like when you have a shocking, like if there is a shocking news, you're told some shocking news, your eyes will turn big. This is what happened to Krishna. Krishna's eyes, they became big, listening to the separation that Radharani and the Brajvasis was going through, and his hands, like he started shaking and his hands started shrinking. His legs started shrinking. At that time, it was in Kurukshetra, Krishna took this form of Jagannath. His eyes became big, his hands shrunk. And you will see actually Subhadra Maiya does not even have hands. Subhadra Maiya ke to haath bhi nahi hai. Why? Seeing the condition of her brothers, she became even more shocked. And she completely lost her hands. And this Swaroop, Krishna took in Kurukshetra Dham. Kurukshetra Dham ki jai. But these darshans happened for split seconds. And then again Krishna came back in his own form. But Narad Muni saw that. And Narad Muni said, Prabhu, whatever avatar, whatever incarnation you take, it has to be worshipped. It is the Shastra saying. Jagannath, Krishna said, don't worry. This is Dwapar Yuga. In the coming Kali Yuga, I will come to Odisha and I will come in the form of Nila Madhav, and later on I will be carved by Vishwakarma. That whole story, I don't have time. I will be carved and Vishwakarma will say to Raja Indradumna, if you disturb me, he was locked in a room and he was carving, the form of the deity. I will have 14 days, do not disturb me. If anyone barges in the room, I will stop carving. And every day Raja Indradumna used to come and used to listen. There was some, the sculpture is going, carving is going on. But suddenly after some days, the sound stopped coming. And the queen said, Gundicha, that is how the Gundicha Mandir is, on her name. Gundicha said, Pujari, we cannot hear. No. The king is saying, I cannot go. He said not to come. The queen is saying, no, but I cannot hear any noise. Are you mad? Go inside. तो प्रभु क्या करेंगे? माता जी की आज्ञा का पालन करना पड़ेगा. वही काम थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गई. So as soon as he entered into the room, Vishwakarma ji was not there, and there was these deities of the Lord in the same form. Krishna took the form of Jagannath again in Kali Yuga. I'm just putting the whole Katha in short. Then Raja Indradumna goes to Satyaloka. Imagine, if you go to Puri, Jagannath Puri Dham, Brahma was the one. Who did the first Aarti of Jagannath ji? Brahma ji himself. Yesterday I saw how our chief guests, they were called and they were given the nariyal in the hand. Aap chhodiye. And yeah, the puja was there. I was just remembering how Brahma ji must have come down and he did the Aarti. And that's how Lord Jagannath ji was installed. And now we have darshans of Jagannath ji, but this whole Leela started in Dwapar Yuga. So when Krishna and Jagannath ji came back in their form, now Sakhis are there, Radharani is there, the Gwalas are also there, Vrindavan is also there. Now all the Brajavasi says, bas bahut ho gaya, enough. Now we will not let you go back to Dwarka. The ball is in our court. Hum bhi yahan hain aur aap bhi yahan ho. That is how the first Yath Yatra happened in history. And that is what you are following in the parampara. I would like to tell all of you devotees, what you did yesterday was done by the gopis and the sakhas of Krishna back in Dwapar Yuga. All the sakhis and all the gwalas, what they did is, Krishna came from Dwarka in his chariot, na? They bola, chodo isko. They let his horses loose and they put two ropes. On one side all the sakhis, all the gopis, and on the other side were all the men, all the sakhas. And they put Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra ji on their chariots, and they pulled three of them back to Vrindavan. That is the essence of Rath Yatra, pulling Krishna back from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan Dham. When you pull the chariot of Jagannath ji, you are telling Jagannath ji, I have been away from you from many, many births. Please come back in my heart forever and ever and reside there forever and ever. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai. There are so many beautiful pastimes of Jagannath ji. We can go days and days and on glorifying Jagannath ji, but I just want to let you all know, please do not consider them just some idol or some murti. Jagannath, if you actually worship him really affectionately, he will talk to you and he will guide you. There was this pujari in Jagannath Puri. He was like die-hard, like worshipper of Jagannath ji. One day the king came to take darshans of Jagannath ji. So there is a rule, jab Raja aata hai na, even if the pujari is doing worship, he has to stop the worship. And the king has the right to do that puja. That's the power of king. And the king should be given, has to be, it is a must, should be given the garland of Jagannath. So once what happened, the king came and he just came all of a sudden, achanak aage the, to Trilocha Mahapatra, it's mentioned. He did not keep any garland. Unke paas mala nahi thi Raja ko pehnane ke liye. He gave his own mala, like he went inside, he gave his own mala and he said, Jai Jagannath, and he gave it to the king. The king went back to his home, and then before sleeping, he was worshipping Lord Jagannath's garland and he was smelling it. He was thanking, expressing his gratitude. And suddenly when he was doing that, he saw one hair, ek baal tha, one hair inside the garland. And he said, whose hair is this? Jagannath does not have hair. You see Shyama Sundar, he has these curly hairs. So he said, this pujari has cheated me. He called for the pujari. The pujari came. He said, you cheated me? You think I'm a fool? Whose garland is this? The pujari said, Prabhu, I'm telling you, it's Jagannath's garland. You are lying to me. Jagannath has hair? Where did this hair come from? And this devotee, he became so scared, afraid. He just said, it's Jagannath's hair. I promise you, I'm not lying. The king said, I'm coming back tomorrow in the morning, Mangal Aarti. If I do not see hair on Jagannath, I will expel you from Jagannath Puri. You have to leave from Puri. Now this pujari, he cannot live without Jagannath for a second. How can he live without living in Puri? He was crying the whole night. He cried to Jagannath, calling upon Jagannath. Jagannath, please help me, please save me. Jagannath comes in his dreams and says, Bas, itna hi jante ho tum mujhe. You think I do not have hair? What do you think? Come tomorrow in the Mangal Aarti and I'll show you the biggest hair. And now the pujari was also ready. I have Krishna, Jagannath is on my side. नेक्स्ट डे, अगले दिन जब भगवान का पट पुजारी ने खोला, जैसे ही ओपन द गेट ऑफ जगन्नाथ, देर वॉज श्याम सुंदर श्री जगन्नाथ जी विद हिज ब्यूटिफुल कर्ली हेयर्स गोइंग ऑल द वे टिल हिज वेस्ट. एंड एनीवेज कृष्ण जगन्नाथ जी रात को, ही डज नॉट वेयर एनी ऑपुलेंस, ही वेयर्स अ बड़ा श्रृंगार. बड़ा श्रृंगार मीन्स ही ड्रेसेस हिमसेल्फ विद गीत गोविंद. There are Gita Govinda shlokas. It's a red sari, and Jagannath Ji is from top to bottom worshipped with only tulsi leaves. And there was Jagannath Ji holding a flute in his hand, showing his Shyama Sundar form. Bolo Jagannath Swami ki jai. The king comes and sees, first time in his life he saw Jagannath Ji with his curly hair. He's thought maybe this is, look at what happened next. The climax. The king thought maybe it's a wig. So he went up on the mandap and he wanted to check, ये इसने कोई wig लगा दिया है क्या? And as soon as he pulled one hair of Jagannath Ji, blood started coming out. राजा बेहोश हो गया. He fainted. He started crying and begging forgiveness from Jagannath Ji. From this small Leela, powerful Leela, Jagannath Ji told the world, I am not just an idol or murti. I am Daru Brahma Jagannath. God has appeared in the form of a wood. That's called Daru in Sanskrit. Daru Brahma Jagannath. In order to accept, worship. Water is everywhere in the form of water vapor. Right? In the sciences, there is water vapor. So when we are thirsty, what do? I drink water like this. I stick out my tongue and I drink water like this. No, I go to a water tap. God is everywhere. Of course, He is everywhere. But in order to establish my relationship with God, in order to express my gratitude to God, in order to offer some prayers to God, I need some swarup. I need some connection. And it is God Himself, that impersonal Brahman. He takes a form of deity. It's called Archa Vigraha and comes in these forms so that we can offer Him Chappan Bhoga. The pujari so nicely, I was seeing the care that all the devotees have over here for the deities. How you decorate Jagannath Ji, how you give bhoga to them, and how you so nicely chant and dance in front of them. This is what Jagannath Ji is looking for. Ananya Prema. And then you see, Jagannath will do miracles and miracles for all of us. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.